The idea of collaboration, I think, is really not even necessarily to take what you do well and mix it with somebody else, but rather to step outside your boundaries, do something that you don't normally do. You know, that's your opportunity.
This idea of collaborating started over a year ago. Jamil and I have been friends for a long time, and so once I found out he was opening his own brewery, it was like, okay, you got to come down and brew with us. And so that's how that part of it started. So we had him on the list. Julian came in a little bit later.
I know Jamil and Mitch have a history working together. I've known both of them for several years, and they're both phenomenal brewers, amazing guys.
It's two people I really like in this business, and they're great brewers, and you know, it's a perfect team, I think. You know, as we started exchanging emails about this beer and what we wanted this beer to be, there's some weird ideas that kind of bounced around at first, and I don't remember whether it was Julian or Jamil, but one of them said,
we're all hopheads. We love hop-driven beers, really aromatic hop-driven beers.
We need to brew an IPA, or a double IPA, and we've got Azaka, we've got the Steiner 06300, we've got Belma, and we've got HBC 342. Four radically different smelling hops.
The 342, it's more pine, resin, more Christmas tree.
This is interesting, the Steiner hop. I'm definitely getting like a mix of fruits, a little bit of herbal pine in the background, but to me, it's a fruit-driven hop.
The Azaka is kind of citrusy and passion fruit. The Belma to us is grape jam, grape jelly, you know, kind of that Welch's Concord grape type character.
One of the things that we want to do with this beer, I like beers that, and I think Mitch does too, and Julian does as well, beers that finish, you know, fairly dry, not heavy and syrupy.
Now we did throw some interesting twists in this beer. We're using some biscuit malt as a specialty malt in the beer, which is a little different. You know, it's not something that's normally found in an IPA.
We all knew kind of the base plate for this beer was going to be something that was a fairly light malt character, that didn't have caramel malt, that was going to be delicate yet supportive enough for all these big hops that we're going to put into it. We're using a lot of cool new experimental hops that seem to have a lot of complementary flavors and aromas, and a lot of new, what I'll call modern flavors and aromas. Things like strawberry and tropical fruit, some things that you've never tasted or experienced in hops before until now. And so I'm curious to see what taking all those brand new experimental varieties, not just tasting them individually, but really putting them together collectively will do for us.
And the one thing we know is it'll be intense. It'll be really hop forward and be intense flavored.
I am totally unapologetic about that, 100%. So much so that we're going to put it on the label.